Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening. What happened? Everybody did. Everybody has joined it. Good evening, Apuka. Any message from anybody else? Will they be joining or not?
No, ma'am.
Sure, then we start. Sarvita has joined. So any questions from the past sessions? Whatever we have completed so far? Anything from the last one on onboarding or DNY? No questions? Okay, good. So then we move ahead to the next topic. So what do you think? Very good evening, Kavita. So what do you think the next topic is? What are we going to talk about? No idea? So we will very quickly, what we do is we will talk about training and development. But we will to start talking about training and development maybe later. But before that, I want to give you a very crisp idea of how do we do goal setting. Right? So how do you set goals for yourself? Have you ever done that? Have you ever set any kind of goals for yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you do it? What is the goal and how you did it?
Like, ma'am, like short-term goal or long-term goal?
Anything.
Because
Goal is
short,
a goal.
yes, ma'am, short-term goal. Like every day, I write a diary. I like in the morning. I mentioned it all the to-do list, whatever I have to do all throughout the day. And then on a positive note, if I feel like suppose there is a day on one morning I don't like to study, so I write, you have to study or something like that. So yeah, so for me, my short-term goals are like to finish my to-do list on a daily basis.
Okay. What about you, Garvita? Any goals that you've set for yourself or how you do it?
Study goals.
Hmm.
Um, I set any goal and then I set daily goals for studies,
Like how you do it?
like 4 questions TI and then few questions from reading comprehension
Hmm.
and some questions from quantitative aptitude, like 20 to 30 questions daily. And then I uh, achieve several goals on daily basis.
That's good. Tripti, how about you?
Ma'am, I also do the same.
What you do?
Ma'am, when I wake up, after that I set a daily target ki what I have to do today.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. So what do you think that how you can make your goals more smarter than what it is today? How you can make your goals look more smart, more crisp, more achievable?
मैम समटाइम्स व्हाट आई डू कि अब अगर मुझे एक चैप्टर खत्म करना है तो ठीक है इससे खत्म कर लेंगे उसके बाद एक पैकेट लेस का खाना पक्का.
So that's a good thing. You are celebrating your goals. Very good. But how do you ensure that you meet your goals on time?
Yes, ma'am.
कैसे करते हैं? How do you do that? That every time, whatever goal that you have written down for yourself, what kind of you should be able to achieve that goal easily. Not easily, maybe, but maybe with difficulty, with some challenge, but you should be able to do that. Or chalo, I'll make the question easier. Why do you think that goal setting is important for organizations?
And not just for organization, for everybody, like in personal life also. But since you're asking for an organization, if a goal will not be there, like for what we will work, like a kind of stagnancy will be there. I guess the organization will become stagnant. They'll keep working, they'll keep producing all goods and like commodities, but there will be no productivity, like increase in productivity will not be there. Like the enthusiasm ki increase productivity, but worker will not be there. Workers will be not that much engaged with the organization. If certain goal, if the organization doesn't have a certain goal to keep improving.
Okay. What do you think, Garvita? Why it is important?
Goal setting is important for improvement and growth, like Apurva said.
That's all? Only for that? No other purpose? Tripti?
Ma'am, for improvement.
For improvement only. Okay. So we are going to talk about SMART goals today. Right? Why in organizations SMART goals is important, or in many organizations it is also called OKRs, which is objective and key results. That you have set an objective for you, and then you're going to put some efforts into getting that goal meet. It can be a quarterly goal, it can be a monthly goal, it can be a yearly goal, or it can actually result into a long-term goal of the organization, matching with human beings who are there working in a coordination for that particular goal, right? So what is that one goal for which organizations are formed?
Success.
Can't hear your voice. A lot of disturbance coming in between. I couldn't make out. What did you say? Success to सुनाई दिया, उससे पहले वाला word I could not.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, like for profit, or you can say for success, or keep doing better than others, like competitors.
Okay. But for what one particular objective, any one for which all organizations are formed, anywhere in the world. What is the purpose of setting up a business?
To solve problem, like anybody's problem.
Right. Correct. So one is to solve the problem of whatever is there, whether you need something for people, you're creating something for solving a particular problem or anything. What is the second goal of organizations then after they have found the solutions to the problems? What is the second goal for every organization?
To, ma'am, to make that solution reach to more and more people. More and more people are able to get access to that solution.
Okay, so that is market growth, right? So second is the growth, number of audience or number of consumers at the end, right? What is the third goal then?
Like individual profit of that.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
to be the best in the way they are, like the very problem they are solving.
Correct. So to be the best, or maybe to increase their profit share also. So having the market share is very good because you have reached the market, you have penetrated the market really well. Now it is time to earn profits also. So third is basically earning the profits. So these are top three goals of every organization whichsoever is being formed everywhere. Right? So that's about the organizational goals. Now, how do you want to, or how will you think that all these organization goals reach to every level of employee who is about to work in the organization or who is working in the organization? How do we ensure that similar things reaches to them?
And by setting goals or allotting them different goals, see, like giving them more and more responsibility. Let's see, this is your responsibility, so anyhow you have to work.
Right. So do you think people are so responsible in any way? मतलब we human beings are so responsible कि हमें बता दिया this is your own responsibility and we'll work on that. Are we like that? Never?
Ma'am, one
Yeah.
more way is like they can like the decentralization of power between different departments.
Hmm.
So this can
Decentralization
also,
will come, yeah, later on.
yes, ma'am, this can also be a way through which we can like keep a check on all the people at the ground, or make them aware of what actually going on the top, and giving all the information.
Okay. Right. So what I'm saying is that, fine, we found out that organization level, but this is the goals. Now to suppose you four are working in organization. How do you know that my goals are matching with the organizational goals? Okay, let's take this example. Like Arya is taking care of the marketing department. Garvita is handling finance department. Apurva is handling HR department. And Tripti is handling logistics and transport department. So all four of you have your own departments to work within the organization. How do you ensure that whatever responsibilities, whatever work or tasks that you are doing every day, you are contributing towards these goals of organization, of making profit, of making reaching people, of contributing towards any solution providing to the economy or to the people, society at large? How will you do that? One is right, like Arya said, that you can give concrete roles and responsibility to people. But just giving roles and responsibility to people will make them more goal oriented. So, what will you do?
Then only comes training, like then you train them in that way. You have to work.
Ma'am, there's one more way, like the informal gatherings also help to, influence a lot of people. Like if there is a manager and there are people working under it, so it's very important to maintain the relation between the two parties to work efficiently. So like
Hmm.
the off-site parties and the all these kind of things also had a great impact on the relation, like people meeting outside or in the cafeteria only and spending time together. So I think this can also be a way.
Sorry, I could not gather your things. Can you just repeat it, Arya, for me once again?
Ma'am, like your question was mainly this, that how we can make people more like how we can make them work efficiently, right? This was the question only now.
Yeah,
So
indirectly, yes.
so like for example we can say that to work efficiently, take an example. If there is a manager and people, there are a lot of people working under him, so it's very important to maintain the relation between two. So I
Hmm.
think there are so many ways, but there are also informal ways, like some parties or the gatherings to which they can interact to each other, because more interaction between them will let them know each other. And I
Hmm.
think building not personal relationship but some human relationship with each other and knowing them, I think this can be also a better way, because
Yeah.
the friendly relation at the office is very much important. So I think these way can help so much.
Correct. So all these things that you're saying is very important to increase their efficiency and productivity, right? Also making them a very integral part of the team. But the question that I asked is that you know that there is an organization that you're working for, right? You know the organization goals are these three goals that you only told me, right? Now, how, as a head of the department of your each department, Arya being marketing, Apurva being HR, Gavita being finance. So, how do you ensure all four of you are now contributing towards the goal of the organization? That whatever work you are doing in finance is actually matching the goals of the organization. Whatever work that you are doing in human resource is matching the goal of the organization. How do you ensure that? हाँ, confusing नहीं है जितना sound कर रहा है.
Yeah, we can do it by like optimum utilizing the manpower which we have.
Yeah, optimum utilization of manpower will happen for sure. But again, the question is how you are contributing towards the goal. So like we spoke in the first class, very first class, that right, that the company has a vision, right? 20 years for long term. This is what the company wants to do. So for example, now you want to start your own company. What do you think that, the kind of company that you have, what kind of vision you will be having for your company? Any one of you wants to start your own business?
Yes, ma'am. I want to.
Okay, so Arya wants to. None of you wants to ever start anything of your own? You want to work for others always? Quickly, आंसर जल्दी जल्दी आना चाहिए. इतना टाइम थोड़ी ना है सोचने का. Either yes or a no, or never thought of it.
I have always thought of being my own.
Arya, your voice is going coming. Can't hear you.
Ma'am, I said it's a different challenge to be your own and managing a lot of people. So I think this is so exciting.
Still not able to hear you. So sorry. Your voice is not reaching.
Ma'am, I think I have some network issue.
Now it's clear. Yeah, now you can tell.
नेटवर्क इशू में बोल रही हूँ तो क्लियर हो रहा है मैं आंसर दे रही हूँ.
Network is also listening to you.
Ma'am, I'm saying it's very challenging and exciting to work with a lot of people, and to be on it's just a next level of feeling.
Absolutely. Very true. When you work for yourself, you actually get a different kind of motivation altogether. Right? One, because you are aware that it's the goal that you have to meet, which means profitability, helping somebody, helping the society at large. Also, when you're responsible for providing, bread and butter in so many houses, employees
Yes.
who work for you, you actually become, it's kind of a, people don't think from this point of view. I think from this point of view, it's like a very important grace that God has Almighty has given you, that you are responsible for so many households. And that's why when these people get their salaries and income every month, you're also blessed as much as it's important. That's why you will see that larger organizations which are there, they are still, even after so many problems, even after so many calamities, even after this pandemic 2 years, still they are really working really really good. Why? Because they have been, obviously they are solving people's problem, they are solving problems of the society and economy, but also they are blessed in that way because thousands of people are working for them. And somewhere whosoever is running this entire show of this world understands that so many people will be harmed if I am going to do anything to these organizations, right? So this is how the responsibility increases. So when you become owner, or you start something of your own, you have to set goals, very clear goals for yourself, because you are the ones who will be running the organization, right? So this is what we are going to do today. We are going to talk about smart goal setting. We are going to talk about, suppose you have to start your own business, how are you going to do the smart goal setting? And tomorrow, once you reach the organizations, how are you going to do this goal setting for everybody in the organizations? Because that's what your responsibility is going to be. Though goal setting comes under performance management system. Performance management system, I cannot teach you because Hardik sir will be taking care of that topic. But I want to touch upon smart goals because it is directly linked to the training and development also. Right? So we will jumping from one topic to another, leaving the PMS in between. I will give you a very small gist of how performance management system is being done mostly, but I'll give you a very crisp, clear idea on a very less time. Right? So you have to go very fast in able to get to the goals of completing this topic in just 2 weeks. We have this weekend, this Saturday, Sunday, and next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, where we'll be talking about smart goals and learning and development. Okay. So let's start with that. I'll just show you one of the things first. So why I'm showing this particular PPT in video in Word format, because we will be contributing. I mean, there is a 4-5 slides which will come, and all of you will have to work on those slides yourself. So that's why we will be doing it. Once I will complete this PPT, then I'll share it in PDF to each one of you. Right? So you will see how it is being done. So the topic is smart goals and OKRs. Like I said, smart goals are basically, there is a full form of SMART. This is how it is being called SMART goals. And OKR means objective and key areas, key result areas in organizations, we generally call them. So this is the full form of SMART goals. Number one, S is for specific. M is measurable. A is attainable. R is realistic. And T is time bound. Right? So which means that every goal that you're writing, it has to be very specific in terms of, it cannot be just 2 or 3, 4 statements. It has to be very crisp 1-line statement or maximum 2, which should talk about that, okay, this is what my goals are going to be. Right? Then we talk about that it should be measurable, that there should be something, some numbers attached to it so that you can measure it really well. For example, you set a goal for yourself that I have to lose weight. Now I have to lose weight is an open-ended statement. It's crisp, it's specific. Yeah, I have to lose weight. But it is not complete because you have not kept anything measurable to it. How much weight you want to lose. Right? So in 1 month, I want to lose 3 kgs of weight. So that gives it a time boundness. Also, it gives a measurable thing. Right? That in 1 month, I am going to lose 3 kgs within a period of that time. Now, attainable is that whether it can be realistic or not, whether it is achievable or not. Right? So 3 kgs in 1 month is a very realistic and very achievable kind of a goal. Correct? So you can easily reach it. If you stay in discipline, if you create timetable, if you create the right kind of things, then you would be able to do that. Right? Now, how to make it more realistic is that to achieve this one goal, that within a month you will lose 3 kgs, what are you going to do? You are going to create a timetable for you for a day. Right? So daily goals में आप उसको divide करोगे. For 30 minutes, I'm going to take a walk. For 20 minutes, I'll do yoga. Or maybe for 15 minutes, I go to gym. Whatever. Right? This is how you will segregate your goals. So this is how one goal of losing a weight will become a SMART goal. Right? Got the point? Now this is how we do. This is the kind of problem SMART goal solves. So S says that it is specific. That means what do you want to do? Very simplistic way. Right? M says how will you know when you have reached it? Right? Because if there is no measurement involved into it, you will never know what you wanted to do and whether you have reached that point or not. For example, for organization, if they won't keep any growth criteria for them, कि मुझे आज मुझे organization को 2 साल में 20% growth पे ले जाना है. अगर वो 20% growth नहीं हम mention करेंगे, how will we know whether we are reaching or we are growing or not? Right? So that's how the goals for the organization is. Then achievable. Is it in your power to accomplish it? So that you have to see whether you are meant for that. कि अगर हम वैसे weight lose वाला example लेके चल रहे हैं, so weight lose वाले example में कहीं मुझे thyroid तो नहीं है, कोई PCOD तो नहीं है, any other extra problems which I am encountering, जिसकी वजह से मेरा goal reach करना would become a little difficult. So you have to see whether it is in your power to accomplish it or not. That's why we keep it. Then fourth is again related to this achievable part, realistic. Can you realistically achieve it or not? Looking into your problems, looking into the way that you have to do. Some people start very early their day. Some people do not have entire day's time period. So you have to keep it a very realistic goal that whether I'll be able to achieve 3 kgs in 1 month or not. Or shall I just do 2 kgs in 1 month or maybe 1 kg in 1 month, depending upon what's your schedule is and how much your time it can go into exercise, training or other things. Correct? Then आता है timeliness, which is when exactly do you want to accomplish it? So you have to give it a time boundedness. That's when it becomes a SMART goals. That you have to give an end result to it. That within 3 months, within 5 months, within 1 year, within 2 years. So this is how the goals are being done in the organizations also. All right. Now these are the examples. So suppose you have a specific thing in your mind. How do you make your goal more specific? Number one is what do you want to achieve? You write it. Who needs to be involved in to accomplish this goal? Whether me, I will be the only one who will be involved, or there are other people who are going to contribute in that. Then when do you want to have your goal finished? कितना टाइम तक के लिए आप इसको खुला रख रहे हैं, कब आप इसको फिनिश करना चाहते हैं? Why should you achieve this goal exactly? The major thing, that why do you have this goal in your mind and why do you want to achieve this? Then आता है measurable में same questions. How can you measure progress and to know you have successfully met your goal? तो जैसे हम benchmark set करते हैं किसी भी चीज के लिए या हम bar set करते हैं कि this is the bar. For example, now you are studying in school colleges, right? Or maybe you're doing this course in YSI. You must have something, some goal for you why you are doing this course. Open ended तो नहीं है कि बस कर लिया सर्टिफिकेट ले लेंगे and that's all. Right? There would be some goal. Maybe for some of you, the goal might be that I want to do this course with A grade, getting A grade marks, right? For some, it would be that A plus grade lekar aana hai. For some, would be that I want to be the topper and the best in the class. So this is the goal that we generally carry with us, so which makes it measurable. That we set our own standard, we set our own bar for that. अब जैसे बहुत कुछ वीक स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जिनका स्टडीज में मन नहीं लगता है जनरली यूजुअली दे आर नॉट रियली दैट इंक्लाइन टुवर्ड्स स्टडीज तो व्हाट डू दे डू ऐसा नहीं है कि वो टॉपर नहीं बनना चाहते हैं या बन नहीं सकते बट वो अपना गोल्स कैसे रखते हैं कि यार 35% मार्क्स आ जाए पास हो जाए दैट्स ऑल तो वो गोल ही जब 35% का है तो वही अचीव हो रहा है अगर वो गोल 60-70% पहुंचेगा तो वो भी अचीव होने लगेगा सो दिस इज हाउ वी सेट आवर गोल्स and we try and do things which can help us complete those goals. Now, achievable mein what kind of questions you answer when you write your goals is, are you capable of achieving the goal? Very simplistic. Do you have the needed skills to achieve that goal? Right? अब हमने अपने लिए सेट कर लिया कि हम जिम जाएंगे वेट लूज करने के लिए बट हमें जिमिंग के बारे में कुछ आइडिया ही नहीं है एबीसीडी का ही नहीं पता कि क्या स्टार्ट करना है कैसे करना है क्यों करना है So that means you do not have the skills. So you need somebody else, maybe a good trainer, a personal trainer or a gym trainer who can guide you. So आपके specific में आ जाएगा with the help of the gym trainer, you are going to lose 3 kgs weight or 5 kgs weight, right? Then आता है relevant. Why should you achieve this goal? Number one, very important to know for yourself. It's very important. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम किसी चीज के पीछे भाग रहे हैं because the entire world is running towards it. So there should be a very specific reasons attached, which is personal. And what is the impact of these goals? That has to be really understood clearly there. Then at that timely. So you have to give the due dates and when can the goal can be achieved. Right? So let's do some examples now. How do you want to do that? Before we move on to different slides, right? So I want all of you to write down one goal for yourself in specific, in smart way. Any goal that you have kept for yourself, now you have to write that goal using this technique of SMART goals.
Ma'am, it can be any goal, no, like not related to life or something like that. Anything.
Anything. Vanchika, any questions? You joined late, so whether you have understood this or not.
No, ma'am. Which topic are you teaching today?
Smart goals.
Okay.
Okay? This is what we're talking about, that how you can actually create a goal for yourself which is smart. स्मार्ट की डेफिनेशन आपने पढ़ी थी अभी जो बताया. Could you see
Yes,
that?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's what we have to do. You have to write down your goal, whatever you have for your life, and you have to convert that into smart goals. You can use this slide to answer the questions. That you might have. And once you're done for yourself, then we will go and talk about organizational goals.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Sorry?
Yes,
My voice
ma'am.
is not clear. What did you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me, what is it? We'll start with Tripti.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, mine is to clear the CBSE exam, which is on the 4th of September.
I'm not able to hear your voice clearly. Yeah, say again.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, mine is to clear the CBSE examination, which is on the 4th of September.
CBSE examination. For what?
Yes, ma'am. Forward, ma'am. Just because this is my goal.
Okay, but you have to see when you're writing your specific smart goals, you have to mention that what kind of exams are these, right? By what percentage you are going to do it. Matlab, percentage creates a benchmark for you. That how much percentage you want to actually achieve. What is the kind of result that you are expecting coming out of these exams? Or it is just that you have to clear these exams. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Purva. Next is you.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, so my one of the goal is ki I have to complete a book called A Brief History of Humankind, called Sapiens. So that I have to complete within a week, because half of the book I have already completed and it's a 466 pages book, and half I have to complete, and that I have to do within a week. And ma'am, I want to do it, read this book because it is very enlightening and thought provoking, and will of course add dimension to my thoughts, and I'll be able to form my own ideologies once I get through this book. So yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Good. Yes, Vanchika.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, about me, I I would like to work on my interacting skills and being more outspoken by the end of 2022. Reason being, I can't say no to some things, and I'm easily manipulated. I'm very gullible, so I think that's the biggest hindrance right now, and I definitely like to work on it by the end of 2022.
Okay. So the goal is what? If you have to write down your goal in one sentence, what is that goal?
Being outspoken by the end of 2022.
Okay. Yes, Garvita.
I'm scoring 99 percentile in CAT exam, which is going to held on 27 November.
Okay, very good. Not just 99, 99.9.
Okay, ma'am.
If you want to get into CAT, I mean, good IMs, then that is the kind of percentage. All the 127 students who got into IIM Ahmedabad last year got 99.9%. All of them. 99.7, 90.6 will go into then Bangalore or Calcutta or others, Indore. So keep your goal very clear, which institute. See, it's very important to understand that institutions also matters when you're preparing for that exam, right? So that's why this quiz clear goal. Vanchika, for you, keeping this thing in mind is fine that you want to become outspoken, but from what? So what is the benchmark that you're setting for yourself? That is very important to set. Right? For example, what are you competing with, or what are you actually keeping the benchmark? Outspoken from what you are today, more what outspoken than what you are today. So you have to mention that comparative thing. जैसे हम English में पढ़ते हैं ना, comparative लगाना. Then yeah, किस चीज पे? So that is what makes your goal smarter. That is what basically a measurable thing that is there. Because otherwise measurable कैसे होगा? For you yourself, it can be measurable because you know that you have become more outspoken. But maybe for an outsider like all of us, we will never get to know unless you will show that growth. Right? You have to keep that benchmark for yourself that today I am not able to do these three things. Maybe I'm not really a public speaker. Maybe I get really troubled or not really very confident when I see a lot of people in front of me. So in what ways you want to become outspoken has to be very clearly defined for yourself. That's when you can achieve these goals.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? So now coming to the second part of it, now you have understood how you write goals, right? Simple. Now let's do one exercise, which this exercise basically helps you find out what kind of things that you can do for yourself when you are in an organization. So now the activity is that you have to start your own business. Any business, you choose your own business, what you want to do. And now you have to write down 3 goals that you want to achieve in this business that you are starting. And these 3 goals should be SMART goals. Right? So it can be, I want to take my business from this to this. I want to give this kind of product or services to the people, which is solving this problem, something like that. But very crisp. Getting it? So you have 10 minutes, 5 minutes, not 10 minutes. 5 minutes to do this activity. Do it and let me know. I'm available here only. Let me know if you need to ask anything. Hanji. Yeah.
The 3 goals have to be organizational goals, or that can be my personal goal also. Like suppose I want to purchase something once I am done with the business, or I do good at business. So
No. Right now, what we are doing is all organizational goals. You have to start your business. What is the goal for your business? SMART goal for your business that you have to achieve.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Can you give a short definition of SMART goals since I wasn't there when you were explaining?
Smart definition. अभी तो दिखाया इतना बड़ा presentation. S means
No, I
specific.
don't.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, in one line you can just say.
In one line, there is nothing. No, SMART goals basically are used. How do I tell you? That you have to make your goal measurable. That's why we call it SMART goals.
Okay.
That it should not be open-ended. And you are giving some parameters to it. Done? Any one of you?
Yes, now I had done.
Okay. Three girls. Break time हो जाएगा इतने में. So Vanchika, share yours.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to open an online customized clothes business.
Online, customized.
Clothes business.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, and I've put three smart organizational goals together. First would be that I would like to expand the delivery location from only one state to across the nation. Since now it is reaching to a very small audience and still they are liking it, so I feel advertising it would make it even better. Secondly, I will hire digital marketers to advertise my business so that it can reach to a bigger audience than now. I have very few digital marketers now, so I would hire more of them so that it can reach a bigger audience, as mentioned in the first point.
Hmm.
Lastly, I will improve the packaging and put more efforts in smooth delivery of items. Since now delivery is very hassled and the packaging is not also up to the mark, so I will put more efforts into this thing. Yes,
Okay,
and that's
okay, good. And what do you want to achieve from all this?
a bigger audience and better packaging.
That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the goal for running this business? Only reaching maximum people, but then what? Once you reach maximum people, what is the end goal?
Then reaching their requirements.
Finally reach their requirement. What are you getting out of it?
I'm getting money.
Correct. So that is what the goal should be, that by reaching maximum people or by providing opening up channels where maximum goods are reaching to maximum audience, you'll be making more profits.
Okay, ma'am.
So you have to give that complete. So everything has to come in one sentence. That's when it is called smart. It gets a little tricky to write these smart goals in a manner that everything comes in one line, but then by practice, you will be able to do that. All right, Tripti, what's yours?
Ma'am, mine is to open a gym and hire some trainers. And
You will open a gym, you will hire trainers, okay. You will open gym for what?
ma'am, for the fitness for all.
Okay, very good. For making people more fitness freak. Good.
Yes, ma'am. And just because at present scenario, many of people are suffering from diabetic patient and some and many people died just because of heart attack. So if they are healthy, then they will not die just because of this disease.
Many people who go to gym still die with heart attack. Why is that?
नो मतलब माइनस कि अगर वो जिम वगैरह ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं दे मैम अगर मैम अभी क्या बोलूं मतलब अगर वो खुद के हेल्थ को लेके अगर वो मैम अभी शब्द नहीं आ रहे हैं मुझे
तभी समझा रही हूँ मैं कि suppose it's not guaranteed that if somebody is joining a gym that means they are always healthy. Right? One of very big example is जो सिद्धार्थ शुक्ला जो एक्टर था उसकी डेथ हुई, right?
मैम
He
अभी
was
जस्ट
just
वो
40.
हाँ
Correct. He was a fitness freak. He used to go to gym every day. So it has nothing to do with if you're going to gym or not. There are other aspects also. Gymming के साथ साथ eating right is very important. Nutritious diet and nutritious mind also. So whatever you're feeding in your mind, in your body, that has to be positive. If that is not going, that means all these exercises are just for the physical body, nothing for the soul and mind. People do not take these things seriously. In last 2 3 years, I'm not sure about your circumstance, your environment, but जहाँ हम लोग रह रहे हैं दिल्ली में या metro cities में, I don't know how many deaths I've heard of people dying of heart attacks. starting from 23 years of age to 35, 36 years of age. Only in that segment. Too many people. Because they think कि gym join कर लेते हैं. Gym is like, very favorite fad. कि सबको जाना है क्योंकि it's in fashion. But it's not really a fashionable thing. Gymming requires a lot of training. Very importantly. तो प्रोटीन शेक पीकर हम बॉडी बना लेते हैं, पर उस प्रोटीन शेक का कोई फायदा नहीं होता बॉडी पे. Because it is not really helping us emotionally, peacefully, contently. So if you want to start a business, aware about all these things. It's very important to know and study. See, कोई भी हम business start करते हैं ना, we just don't start just like that. Any company, wherever they are in the world, they put a lot of research before starting the organization. Any business. जितने भी आप startups देख रहे हो बहुत सारे, they have started. So one of the pioneers, for example, Byju's का example लेके चलते हैं EdTech के अंदर. अब EdTech में Byju's was a pioneer. सबसे पहला उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट तरीके से. इमीडिएटली उनको फंडिंग्स मिलनी स्टार्ट हो गई. दे गॉट फंडिंग फ्रॉम फर्स्ट राउंड, सेकंड राउंड, दे बिकेम वेरी बिग. सो दे बिकेम बिग. उसके साथ साथ अब बाकी कंपनीज ने क्या करना शुरू किया, बाकी लोगों ने क्या करना शुरू किया कि बायजू हैव बिकम सक्सेसफुल, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट एडटेक. अब 50 कंपनीज एक साथ स्टार्ट हो गई 2 साल के अंदर. कोविड आ गया और उनको बेनिफिट मिल गया कि कोविड में ऑनलाइन ट्यूशन की जरूरत सबको पड़ गई है. स्कूल्स पैसे मांग रहे हैं, टीचर्स को फीस देनी है, सो लोगों ने क्या किया, ट्यूशंस डायरेक्ट शुरू कर दी. सो नाउ सो मेनी कंपनीज, Vivan to toppers, I don't know how many companies started in those 2 years, but none of them were able to achieve to that standard which Byju's have already come or got. And what is happening now after 2 years, just 2 years of existence, ये सब कंपनी एक के बाद एक नीचे नीचे जाकर फेल होती जा रही है. 300 लोग निकाले, 200 लोग निकाले, 500 लोग निकाले. लास्ट 2 महीने से सिर्फ यही न्यूज आ रही है कि एडटेक थिंग हैज कंप्लीटली फेल्ड टू रीच टू दैट लेवल. क्यों? व्हाट इज द रीजन? बायजूस ने जब कंपनी स्टार्ट किया, बायजूस डिड लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द कंपनी कि कैसा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाएंगे, कैसी रिसर्च डालेंगे, किस तरीके की कोडिंग प्रोग्रामिंग होगी, किस ऑडियंस को बेनिफिट होगा और किस तरीके के प्रोडक्ट सर्विसेज चाहिए. बाकी सब कंपनीज यूजुअली क्या थी, मी टू कंपनीज. उन्होंने किया, हम भी यही कर रहे हैं, राइट. उनका एक एक प्रोडक्ट उठा के दूसरे कंपनीज ने बनाना शुरू कर दिया. सो व्हेन यू आर स्टार्टिंग योर ओन कंपनी, योर बेनिफिट विल कम आउट ऑफ द फैक्ट कि आपने रिसर्च करी है. बहुत सारी कंपनीज आप देखोगे कि 15-15 साल से रिसर्च करी है, उसके बाद जाके वो सक्सेसफुल हुई है. सो द इनसाइड वर्क, जिसको हम कहते हैं फाउंडेशन वर्क, राइट. घर कैसे बनता है, कोई बिल्डिंग कैसे बनती है, एंड यू हैव अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस ऑफ फाउंडेशन, राइट. वो दिखता नहीं है, बट देन द एफर्ट हैज बीन डन. वहाँ लोग स्टील भी डालते हैं, पिलर्स भी डालते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें. आजकल तो इतना सब कुछ आ गया है फाउंडेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए, दैट इट डजंट रियली शेक और मूव द बिल्डिंग even if earthquake is there or कुछ भी आ जाता है. So all those restraining things they are putting in. So this is what happens in organizations also when you are starting any business of yours. If you have not done any research, you have not put in efforts into finding out कि आप कौन सी problem solve करोगे. कोई और वो problem solve कर रहा है, fine, you are also solving that problem, but आप niche कैसे हो उससे? How are you different from Byju's in that sense? So if you are saying that you want to open a gym, perfectly fine. But what kind of gym you want to open? All the Me Too products which are already running, फिर आपका niche क्या रह जाएगा? Whether you are different from them or not, right? If they are doing the similar machines, you have the similar machine, there is no specific segment, why will people come to you? So you have to answer this question in SMART goals, that what is it that is bringing people to me, to my business? That is very important to understand. And once that solution is there, that answer is there, फिर उसके बाद आपका business खत्म होने से रोक नहीं सकते. Okay, Apurva, what's yours?
Mine was EdTech.
It's okay, EdTech is fine. There are many good EdTechs which are still running, and they will continue to do so.
Okay, ma'am. So it is a business of EdTech where I'll be hiring teacher faculty from IITs and NITs. In that, for my very first goal is to make students of non-technical background familiar with technology. That is to make them more techno savvy. like the students like who are pursuing degrees of BA, I mean, they are not that good at using Excel. They are not that good at using PowerPoint or all of it. Like we are able to do this with our BA because we are doing this course, but there are many other people who are not able to do. So they are very much just for books. So this would be my first goal. My second goal is to achieve this. It will take me 10 years. I have taken a span of 10 years. And the second one is expand the reach not just to central universities, rather to state universities as well. For a reason, because because the students are more into the state universities as compared to central universities. Also, if we talk about the professors, so there are less professors and less teaching faculty compared to the amount of children present in state universities, and they're also not funded by central, so that there it needs more. And for this I'll require even the students like for example, we can provide internships to people, to students of IITs and IITs to give lectures in such universities. And my third goal is to provide open source learning on some courses, like on some courses, for example, which are efficient, which are beneficial for every sector of people. Like for example, understanding about human brain, as the Harvard universities or some foreign universities are doing. So that this will be one thing that India can also start doing, even under the Swayam portal and NPTEL. Some IITs are already doing it, but I'll also try to do that. And this will take me again 2 to 3 years for research and all of it. And doing all of this, of course, I will be able to bring a kind of revolution in the educational sector. Education being available at easier cost to people, and not just education, but the quality education which we actually required presently.
Very well said. Yeah, good. So you have to create that niche for yourself, that how you're different from Byju's and other things. So first and foremost is that you have to understand that not hiring people from IITs and IITs can give edge to your business. Many people are doing that already, right? And, now it irritates so many people जिनके पास investors के पास funding के लिए जब request जाती है, and if you are writing again that you are from Stanford or McKinsey or IIMs, so they actually get irritated with this fact now. And this I personally know because a lot of investors are friends, right, who keep sharing all these things. And they say, you don't have to use your institution's name in what you are capable of doing. You've studied from best of institute, that's your achievement, that's your capability. You have achieved that already. Now, what do you want to bring into your business is a niche thing other than what you have studied from. So if I keep writing every time that I am Ahmedabad alumna, someday people are going to get irritated with this fact. Okay, fine, you were there. Now, what are you going and helping organizations do from whatever you have studied is what is the problem that you're solving. So if you are saying that एक्सेल शीट्स पढ़ाने के लिए और पीपीटी पढ़ाने के लिए हम एनआईटी और वहाँ के इंस्टीट्यूट्स के लोगों की जरूरत पड़ेगी, नो, right? There are many more better people who are available. So goal has to be very specific in terms of whether it is matching the problem that I'm solving or not. So if you're saying the problem solving is for the BA or undergrads or grad students, to become more proficient with MS Office, especially Excel and PowerPoint, right? For that, you don't need that kind of a faculty. Some smart faculties who are really, really good at knowing. I know so many good trainers who have not studied in best of the colleges, but they are so good in creating PPTs because of their creative bent. And they are so good with Excel because they have spent hours and hours in understanding how Excel is. So you don't really need that kind of faculty. So there is a little mismatch in what you are saying in terms of that, the reach of the audience that you have and the kind of people that you're hiring. So वहाँ थोड़ा सा mismatch लग रहा है. Rest everything is good, very crisp. All right, Garvita, coming to you. फिर then we will take a break. Otherwise तुम लोग कहोगे कि नाम break ही नहीं देते हैं आजकल.
Oh, ma'am, I want to start a clothing business.
Very good. Okay.
My 3 goals are to employ approx 50 individuals into my organization at the end of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Second goal is to expand my business from 1 city to another 3 cities in next 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
And then I want to add another category of accessories to my business.
Okay. This is going to be online business or offline?
Offline.
Offline business. Good. Yeah. Then it makes sense. So only point is that number of people you cannot really decide in advance. 15 people for 2024, or either you give them a number, right? For example, that if I reach a goal of 5 crore, 5 crore चलो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा एक showroom के लिए, clothing के लिए. So let's say 50 lakhs. So if you reach 50 lakhs from one store, whatever clothing store that you're opening, then you will hire two more people. Right? So one store, for a store, you can mention that these many people would be required to achieve 50 lakhs. Right? That is the kind of goal that you have to give. You cannot keep it at 15 people for 2023. You never know, business अगर 50 लाख की बजाय 1 करोड़ करने लग गया, so you might need 3 more people. So it's always better to do the manpower planning in terms of numbers of productivity, number of things that they are bringing to you. To end result is 50 lakhs profitability or revenue, जो भी दोनों में से कुछ भी आप रखना चाहते हो, तो 50 lakhs revenue रख लो. Sales revenue आपका 50 lakhs rupees आ गया. For 50 lakhs achievement, you will hire only 3 people, not 4 people in that store. Once that is achieved, then you open 2 more branches in other cities. So similar thing. So सबसे ज़्यादा फायदा क्या होता है फ्रेंचाइजी बिजनेस में, रिटेल आउटलेट्स में, कि एक जगह पे सक्सेसफुल बन गया वो, उसी तरीके से जिस तरीके से आप प्लान कर रहे हो, सो आप उसको रेप्लिकेट कर सकते हो वेरी इजीली. Only difference या only problem that comes is the geography, demographic. Right? Once that is solved, then I don't think that should be a challenge. Okay. So good exercise that you could do. Now take a break, 10 minutes. It's 7:20. 7:30 we come back and we will complete rest all slides. I'll take you through how you do organizational things now. All right. See. Shall we start? Are you guys back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with this exercise, what did we understand? That how do we write our goals in a crisper, more smarter way, right? Now we talk about organizations. कि जब हम organization में चले जाएंगे, and when you will become an HR, what is your role that is going to be there in terms of goal setting for everyone? अभी तो अपने लिए किया, अपने business के लिए. Now you are part of somebody else's organization. उसके goal को आप कैसे understand करोगे? And then how are you going to make it, or you will ensure that everyone who is joining the organization is related to the common goal of the organization. Right? तो जैसे हमने अभी बताया, आप you only told me कि organizations के goals क्या होने चाहिए, that you are solving some problem of society, you are achieving profitability, right? And you are giving chance to so many people to work with you. Right? These 3-4 main goals होते हैं organization के. So now what is you are going to contribute as an HR in everybody understanding these goals, also अपने जो काम कर रहे हैं वो roles and responsibility उससे related goals भी उनको मिल जाए. So what we do in organization is we create a OKR. OKR is basically we give them a clear statement of what they are looking to achieve and key result. That means process or steps that we take to achieve that objective. Right? So OKRs basically talks about one goal that you have, and key result is basically आप क्या क्या करने वाले हो so that you achieve that objective. So in simpler terms, if you make you understand is, suppose the same goals लेके चलते हैं कि if you want to lose weight, so you know that you have to the objective is that you have to lose weight. Say maybe 5 kilo weight in 5 kgs weight in 3 months time, right? That's the goal that you have. Now what are you going to do about it? What is the key results for this particular goal? That you will do 20 minutes of walk every day, you will perform 20 minutes of yoga asanas every day, or you will join 40 minutes in gym, right? Whatever, under maybe a supervision of a trainer who is professional. You will hire a nutritionist, or you will take guidance from nutritionist if the weight is too much of a problem, right? So all these things, all that process, all those steps that we take towards a goal is called KR, which is key result areas, right? Now what is the anatomy of OKR framework? किस तरीके से ये बनता है? What are the things that goes into it? So number one is your objective. That means where do I need to go? Then how do I know I am getting there? That is your key result. And initiatives is basically what will I do to get there? So क्या क्या नई चीजें करी? So suppose you have to, again same example, losing weight वाला. So gymming सब करते हैं, exercise सब करते हैं, yoga सब करते हैं. What are you going to do differently so that you reach your targets? What will you do? One is that your willpower, that every morning you will do that exercise, right? Whatever time you have set for you, either morning or evening, whatever time you have set for your goals or for achieving your goals, you are going to do that. Right? अब हम अपने लिए बड़ा सा गोल रख लें कि हमने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को 500 करोड़ बनाना है, राइट? बट हम इतने कंजूस हैं अपनी कंपनी के अंदर कि वी आर नॉट एबल टू हायर मोर पीपल टू अचीव 500 करोड़. 200 लोगों के साथ 500 करोड़ पहुंचना बहुत मुश्किल है. Either you change the product or you hire more people. These two strategies will work. अब अगर कंपनी के ओनर्स इतने कंजूस हैं, they don't want to hire more people. कि जितना प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी आ रहा है, want to keep within the organization इन्हीं लोगों से. उससे क्या होगा? Same number of people will get overburdened. उनके ऊपर बर्डन बढ़ जाएगा because उनका अचीवमेंट, उनके टारगेट्स बढ़ गए हैं, right? And then they will not be able to drive anything that does completing the organization. So it's very important that the goal has some initiatives and key results which you have to match. That is what we call anatomy of OKR framework. Right? Now imagine, now you are in HR in an organization. अब आपको अपनी कंपनी के गोल्स के बारे में पता है. These are the 4-5 goals that my company has. अब वहां से स्टार्ट करना है, उन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गोल्स को हमें उनको डिवाइड करना है फंक्शनल गोल्स में। फाइनेंस के क्या गोल्स रहेंगे, एचआर के क्या गोल्स रहेंगे, मार्केटिंग के, सेल्स के और ऑपरेशंस एंड लॉजिस्टिक डिपार्टमेंट्स के, हर एक के गोल्स प्रॉपर्ली क्लियरली डिफाइन करना would be one of the jobs that you will have to play. अब these are called functional goals. अब उन फंक्शनल गोल्स को आपने और फर्दर कैटेगराइज करना है। कैसे करेंगे, उसके जो हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट के हैं उसके गोल्स, उसके अंदर जितने लोग हैं 50 हैं 25 हैं उन सबके गोल शीट्स बनाना। So from the top goal everything comes down, cascade down to the level of people who are working operationally or executing. Every department, every employee, in every organization, हम जब भी परफॉर्मेंस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम परफॉर्म करते हैं, राइट, कैसे करते हैं, उसका पूरा प्रोसेस क्या रहता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी आपने जो पढ़ा सो फार कि आपने लोग हायर कर लिए, यू सोर्स द राइट पीपल, आपने उनके जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखे, दैट मीन्स उनकी रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ठीक से लिखा। अब आपने एम्प्लॉय को अंदर ले लिया विच इज ऑनबोर्डिंग। अब ऑनबोर्डिंग वाला जिस दिन हो रहा है आपने उनको उनकी रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दोबारा क्लियर किया कि दीज आर योर की रिजल्ट एरियाज दैट यू विल हैव टू वर्क ऑन। विद दीज की रिजल्ट एरिया दिस इज योर गोल शीट अटैच्ड टू इट कि ये 5 गोल हैं जो 1 साल के अंदर आपको पूरे करने हैं। So that goal sheet goes along with that particular time. अब उस गोल शीट के बारे में आप हर तीसरे महीने रिव्यू करेंगे with you HR who has hired that person along with the supervisor और reporting manager जिस भी फंक्शन में वो काम कर रहे हैं। सपोज सेल्स में करा है तो सेल्स मैनेजर के साथ या सेल्स हेड के साथ बैठ के we will then see every 3 months कि उसका रिव्यू क्या है, कैसी उसकी प्रोग्रेस हो रही है अपने उन गोल शीट्स के। एंड ऑफ द ईयर हम दोबारा से इस पे बैठेंगे जैसे क्वार्टरली बैठते हैं, हर क्वार्टर में हर 3 महीने बाद। एंड ऑफ द ईयर नाउ यू विल टेल हिम और हर दैट दिस हैज बीन योर परफॉर्मेंस, इतनी बार आपको रिव्यू दिया था, इस रिव्यू के ये एरियाज से जहाँ इम्प्रूव करने को कहा था और ये हाईलाइट से यहाँ बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। ऑन दिस बेसिस नाउ वी आर गिविंग यू अप्रेजल विच इज सैलरी हाइक और प्रमोशन और बेटर जॉब responsibilities, anything that is attached. This entire thing is called performance management system. It starts from the day when the employee has joined the organization on the day of onboarding. How it starts with, what is the things that you have to do? You have to give them goal sheets. बहुत सारी organizations के अंदर OKRs कहते हैं इनको, which is objective key results, और organization में MBO कहते हैं विच इज मैनेजमेंट बाय ऑब्जेक्टिव। बहुत पुराना मेथड है, ऑलमोस्ट 50 साल पुराना मेथड, करते इसी तरीके से है बट इसका नाम हम मैनेजमेंट बाय ऑब्जेक्टिव कह देते हैं कि हर चीज हम मैनेज करेंगे ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के साथ, हर एक चीज को गोल दे देंगे तब हम उसको अचीव करेंगे। So whatever task that you are doing in company, everything is related to some end result कि क्या पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट इससे आ रहा है। और इसको कहा जाता है, और मेथड्स होते हैं इसके, उसको कहा जाता है बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड। बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड परफॉर्मेंस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम का वो मेथड है जिसपे हम 4 बेसिस पे लोगों की परफॉर्मेंस को मैनेज करते हैं। तो 4 बेसिस क्या है, 1 की फाइनेंशियल आउटपुट कितना दे रहा है कंपनी के अंदर, कौन कौन से प्रोसेसेस ठीक से फॉलो किए हैं कंपनी के अंदर जितने भी आपने प्रोसेस बनाए हैं। थर्ड, कितने टीम मेंबर्स को ठीक से हायर किया है और उनको भी बेनिफिट दिया है। एंड फोर्थ इज कि ओवरऑल पूरी कंपनी का गोल अचीव करने में उन्होंने क्या क्या प्रोग्रेस किया। इन 4 मेजर एरियाज पे हम उनकी परफॉर्मेंस को जज करते हैं। सो हर एक एम्प्लॉय का, हर एक डिपार्टमेंट का बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड बन जाता है इन 4 पैरामीटर्स पे, राइट। दैट्स थर्ड मेथड। फोर्थ मेथड इज 360 डिग्री। Now 360 डिग्री अप्रेजल का मेथड कम है, फीडबैक का ज्यादा है। So 360 डिग्री का मतलब है कि जो भी, सपोज यू आर एन एम्प्लॉय, मान लेते हैं कि गर्विता इज वर्किंग एज HR मैनेजर। अब गर्विता के ऊपर जो है जिसको वो रिपोर्ट कर रही है दैट इज 1 डिग्री, ठीक है, सबसे ऊपर वाला टॉप डिग्री हो गया विच इज 90 डिग्री, राइट। अब जो गर्विता के साथ काम कर रहे हैं विच इज पीयर, मतलब और HR मैनेजर्स, वो हो गए पीयर ग्रुप। कविता के अंदर जो काम कर रहे हैं वो गए उनके जूनियर्स, सो दैट मीन्स आपके सबऑर्डिनेट्स, जिनके हम फीडबैक लेंगे। फिर लेफ्ट साइड पे आ जाते हैं, सर्कल पूरा करना है तो 360 डिग्री मतलब पूरा सर्कल। सो इस तरफ आ गए फिर हमारे आउटसाइड वेंडर्स जिनके साथ आप डील कर रहे हो। एचआर मैनेजर्स किन किन वेंडर से डील करते हैं? स्टेशनरी वगैरह मंगाना पड़ता है ऑफिस का, या ऑफिस के बहुत सारा सामान का हम लोग को ऑर्डर देना पड़ता है, या रिक्रूटमेंट कंसल्टेंट्स के साथ हैं, पेरोल कंसल्टेंट के साथ हैं, तो ये सब हमारे आउटसाइड वेंडर्स हो गए, उनका फीडबैक। सो 360 डिग्री सेज दैट कि हर एक जो भी आपके साथ जुड़ा हुआ है कंपनी के अंदर, आपने 360 वे में उनका फीडबैक लेना है कि आपकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसी रही। ये वाला मेथड 360 डिग्री का बहुत कम ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में सक्सेसफुल हो जाता है, प्योरली बिकॉज इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर स्मार्टनेस नहीं होती है चीजों को कॉन्फिडेंशियल रखने की। अब इमेजिन आप अपने जूनियर से आपके बारे में अब फीडबैक लिया जा रहा है। अब जूनियर जरूरी नहीं है कि हमेशा खुश रहें हमसे, राइट? बिकॉज यू कैन बी स्ट्रिक्ट, यू कैन बी एंग्री बॉस, यू कैन बी एग्रेसिव बॉस। तो उससे क्या होता है कि वट एवर जूनियर इज सेइंग फॉर यू, if it is not kept confidential, it can create problems always, because अब आपको पता चल गया, सपोज गविता को पता चल गया मेरे 2 जूनियर ने मेरे बारे में नेगेटिव फीडबैक दिया है, तो वो बायस आ गया ऑटोमेटिकली कि ये दोनों ने मेरे लिए नेगेटिव बोला, इनकी परफॉर्मेंस मैं खराब करूँ। दैट्स अ वेरी ह्यूमन थिंग दैट कम्स। तो अगर हम उसको कॉन्फिडेंशियल नहीं रख पाएंगे कंपनी में, तो 360 डिग्री फीडबैक वाला सिस्टम फ्लॉप हो जाता है। सेम थिंग गोज विद पीयर लेवल। पीयर लेवल पर भी ये प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है। इफ यू गेट टू नो कि आपके पीयर्स ने, जो आपके सेम लेवल पे है लोग, उन्होंने आपके बारे में कुछ भी नेगेटिव बोला है, सो यू विल ऑलवेज हैव दैट बायस, ऑलवेज, क्योंकि वो ऑब्जेक्टिविटी नहीं आती है, वो सब्जेक्टिविटी नहीं आती है। वी बिकम वेरी ह्यूमन इन दोज एरियाज। So 360 degree in India is only successful in companies who are very, very secretive, who keeps their performance management system very confidential. और बहुत सक्सेसफुल होता है, एंड इट्स वन ऑफ द बेस्टेस्ट मेथड टू यूज, बिकॉज आपको सारी चीजों के बारे में पता चल जाता है। देन ऐसा ही एक और मेथड है जिसको हम कहते हैं KPIs मेथड, KRA KPI मेथड। तो KRAs आर बेसिकली की रिजल्ट एरिया जो आपने अचीव करने हैं। KPIs होते हैं हमारे की पोटेंशियल इंडिकेटर्स, कि कौन से ऐसे पोटेंशियल इंडिकेटर्स आपकी परफॉर्मेंस में दिखाई देते हैं, which is creating, which is showing that you are performing really, really well in your organization, which are generally called metrics. Metrics are basically all the measurement things. So for example, आपको टारगेट दिया है कि आपने 15 महीने के अंदर या 1 साल के लेके चलते हैं, 12 महीने में you have to hire 15 good people in the organization as per their job responsibilities and all, because HR में है हम। अब आप साल भर बीत गया और आपने वो 15 लोग भी आपसे नहीं अंदर लेकर आए थे, एम्प्लॉय नहीं हायर किए गए, दैट मीन्स योर परफॉर्मेंस इज समवेयर लैकिंग। तो हमारे पोटेंशियल इंडिकेटर्स क्या कहते हैं कि यू हैव टू डू योर जॉब इन ऑर्डर टू गेट दैट जॉब डन। व्हाट आर द इनिशिएटिव्स, व्हाट आर द न्यू थिंग्स दैट यू आर पुटिंग इन, व्हिच बिकम्स योर पोटेंशियल इंडिकेटर्स ऑफ शोइंग योर परफॉर्मेंस इज बेस्ट और बेटर देन अदर पीपल हु आर वर्किंग, राइट? हम अपने गोल्स को अचीव करने के लिए what extra, what more efforts, what benefits are we putting in for the organization so that our goals are also achieved and organizations are also benefiting, right? So now like an example देते हैं। Suppose आप चारों को ये एग्जाम्पल ये दिया गया रोल, you all 4 join the company as recruiter। चारों को ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर गोल्स दिए गए कि 10-10 लोग हायर करने नेक्स्ट 3 months as per the job responsibilities, अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट के, whatever it is। अब गर्विता ने हायर कर लिए all the best ones which are there, right? as per the budget completely और timelines के हिसाब से। तृप्ति ने क्या किया कि 10 लोग हायर कर लिए बट थोड़ी कॉस्ट सेविंग कर ली, उनको हायर कर लिया, बजट के अंदर अंदर कर लिए। अपूर्वा ने वहीं पर ही बजट भी ओवर अचीव कर लिया और उसके 2 लोग भी रह गए। तो ये सब पैरामीटर्स जो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि आपने गर्विता ने जैसे ऑन बजट हायर किया बेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल, सो दैट बेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल जिनके एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन एक्सपीरियंस बेस्ट है, कॉम्पिटेंसीज बेस्ट है, वो आपका इनिशिएटिव हो गया एक्स्ट्रा, दैट मीन्स यू हैव पुट इन एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट। तृप्ति ने कॉस्ट सेविंग कर दी, 10 लोग हायर किए उसी बजट के अंदर, बट शी सेव द मनी, सो दैट मीन्स दैट सेविंग मनी बिकम्स एन एक्स्ट्रा इंडिकेटर ऑफ बेटर परफॉर्मेंस। अपूर्वा ने 8 ही लोग हायर किए, बट दोस 8 पीपल आर रियली अप टू द मार्क. 2 लोग रह गए because she felt कि वो कंपनी के लिए अच्छे नहीं है. So that not feeling कि they are right with proper facts and figures shows that her performance indicator is showing she is thinking about the company's goals. Right? So this is how 4 different people, 4 different, both similar goals, but different way of putting into initiatives for hiring. Right? This is how we do the performance indicators. इस method को कहा जाता है KRA KPI method of balance. Right? In case details, sir will take you through all that. So I'm not going into the details. I'm just giving you an introduction कि कैसे smart goals इन सब से हैं. अब इन सब सारे performance management system के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ता है? We have to write down all these goals. कैसे लिखते हैं हम? इस तरीके से. So suppose you have to, आपका goal है, simple statement objective है कि increase our recurring revenue. कि हमारा हर साल जो recurring revenue बढ़ रहा है कंपनी का उसको और बढ़ाते जाना है. और बढ़ाते जाना is not the goal. So what you are going to write is the share of monthly subscriptions increased to 85%. कोई मैगजीन कंपनी है इसीलिए उसका सब्सक्रिप्शन है कि उनके और सब्सक्रिप्शंस बढ़ा दिए 85%. Then next is average subscription size at least $295 per month का. कि आपने एवरेज निकाला कि जितने लोग खरीद रहे हैं उनका साइज जो है सब्सक्रिप्शन का वो मिनिमम इतना है, तब जाके मुझे प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी होगी. थर्ड इज रिड्यूस चर्न टू लेस देन 1% मंथ. राइट. ऐसे अगर हम इंप्रूवमेंट इंटरनल एंगेजमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, एचआर का जो गोल आएगा आपका कि आपको एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट इंप्रूव करना है, उसको कैसे लिखोगे आप? एवरेज वीकली सेटिस्फैक्शन स्कोर ऑफ एटलीस्ट 4.8 पॉइंट्स. जब आपके 100 एम्प्लॉयज हैं उनका आपने एवरेज निकाला है तो आपको 4.8 आना चाहिए ऑन द स्केल ऑफ 5. That is when you can say that satisfaction score of employees very, they are very happy with your company or they are engaged in your organization. Second है conduct weekly 1 Fridays meetings with an external speaker. कि आपने अपने लिए रखा कि जो हमारी जितनी भी फ्राइडेज मीटिंग्स होंगी या 1 फ्राइडेज जिनको कहते हैं एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट टीम बिल्डिंग एक्टिविटीज, उसके साथ आप एक एक्सटर्नल स्पीकर इनवाइट करोगे so that that person can teach something extra. Right? Third is implement OKRs in all teams and departments by January 31st. So this is just a goal, right? So this is how you are going to keep people engaged in the way they are performing their task. See, major काम क्या होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर कि द नंबर ऑफ आवर्स दैट एवरीबडी इज पुटिंग. हम सब अगर कर रहे हैं so physically present ना होके employee are contributing towards the productivity. उन 8 घंटे की कुछ प्रोडक्टिविटी आनी चाहिए, कुछ एफिशिएंटली सब काम होना चाहिए. राइट. दैट इज द गोल ऑफ हैविंग सो मेनी पीपल इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. पर क्या होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के अंदर सो मेनी पीपल आर देयर, 1000 2000 जितनी भी बड़ी कंपनीज होती है उसमें प्रॉब्लम ये आ जाती है कि दैट नॉट एवरीबडी इज 100% engaged in their jobs. उनके रीजंस अलग अलग हो सकते हैं, बट उसी के लिए हम एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट टीम बनाते हैं. एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट बिकम्स एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ एचआर, जहां हमारा काम होता है कि लोगों को मोटिवेट करते रहना, मोरल नहीं डाउन होते रहने देना, उनका सेटिस्फैक्शन चेक करना, उनकी हैप्पीनेस चेक करना कि दे आर हैप्पी एंड कंटेंट इन द कंपनी. जितना हैप्पी और कंटेंट होगा एम्प्लॉय उतने चांसेस कि उसकी परफॉर्मेंस और प्रोडक्टिविटी ज्यादा आएगी. राइट. Then third example is implement user testing. So that's for an IT company. So I tried to build in 3 different things because you never know कि कौन सी कंपनी में आपको जॉब मिलने वाली है. Right? It can be an IT company, it can be a manufacturing, it can be an e-commerce company. So सब कंपनीज के हिसाब से हमें पता होना चाहिए किस तरीके से उनके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स लिखने हैं, स्मार्ट गोल्स लिखने हैं. राइट. More examples. फाइनेंस का एग्जांपल्स कुछ दिए हैं आपको. ऑब्जेक्टिव हो गया इम्प्रूव एनुअल बजटिंग एंड बिजनेस प्लानिंग. उसको करने के लिए क्या क्या करेंगे वो? सबमिट ऑल 5 बजट प्रपोजल्स, कंडक्ट 4 प्लानिंग सेशंस, क्लोज द फाइनल बजट बाय नवंबर. तो आपने देखा हर एक में मैट्रिक्स लिखा हुआ है. जो ये पर्पल में दिख रहा है आपको, ये सब मैट्रिक्स हैं. इसकी 5 सबमिट हुए कि नहीं हुए, 0 to 20 सेशंस हुए कि नहीं है, 100% क्लोज हुआ बजट एंड ऑफ नवंबर तक या नहीं. सिमिलरली प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट है, अगर आपकी कोई उसके अंदर काम कर रहा है तो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट में कैसे आप उसका गोल डिजाइन करोगे, इम्प्लीमेंट न्यू 360 डिग्री प्रोडक्ट प्लानिंग प्रोसेस। उसको पढ़ने के लिए आप क्या करेंगे, ये 3 चीजें, राइट। सिमिलरली मार्केटिंग का सक्सेसफुल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ वीकली न्यूज़लेटर, कैसे करेंगे अब आप न्यूज़लेटर को फिनिश। ग्रो सब्सक्राइबर बेस, आपका जो न्यूज़लेटर है जो कंपनी का है उस कितने लोगों के पास पहुंच रहा है और कितने लोगों ने उसको सब्सक्राइब किया है। अब हर महीने अगर वो ग्रो नहीं हो रहा है 2%, 5%, 10%, so दैट मीन्स कि आपकी कोई अचीवमेंट्स नहीं होगी। न्यूज़लेटर को निकाल दिया बट उसका बेस भी तो बढ़ना चाहिए हर महीने, दैट इज योर सक्सेस। देन इंक्रीज द CTR टू अबव इंडस्ट्री एवरेज, राइट। CTR निकालना कि कम जितने भी कस्टमर्स का टारगेट रेट है वो किस तरीके से बढ़ रहा है। देन फाइनलाइज द कंटेंट स्ट्रेटजी, कि आपका जो कंटेंट है, जो भी आप मैसेज दे रहे हो अपने न्यूज़लेटर में, उसको किस तरीके से आप बढ़िया बना सकते हो एवरी टाइम व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग योर न्यूज़लेटर, राइट। देन एक्टिव यूजर टेस्टिंग या IT का एग्जांपल, वो टेस्टिंग सेशंस हो रहे हैं हर मंथ, अगर टेस्टिंग में है वो कंपनी 15 इंटरव्यूज, वीडियो इंटरव्यूज डाल रहे हैं वो यूजर टेस्टिंग के या नहीं डाल रहे हैं, टू चेक द क्वालिटी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट और कोडिंग दैट। थोड़ी सी लैंग्वेज अजीब लग रही होगी, यू मस्ट बी थिंकिंग कि पता नहीं कौन से जार्गन्स यूज कर रहे हैं, क्या क्या लिखा हुआ मैम ने। इट इज ऑल बेसिस द इंडस्ट्री दैट यू आर इन, सो ये सब जार्गन्स याद करने पड़ेंगे व्हेन यू गेट इनटू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, you will get to know. So slowly it will come, it will not come automatically, it takes time. OKR बनाना, goal sheets बनाना कंपनी के लिए it's a huge task, पूरा HR डिपार्टमेंट लग जाता है पूरी कंपनी का वो बनाने के लिए, so that's a huge task that we do. तो ये एग्जाम्पल्स होते हैं अगेन किस तरीके से आप अपने एक गोल को क्या क्या कर सकते हो। सो आप क्वार्टरली बेसिस पे कर सकते हो, उसके लिए प्रॉपर प्लानिंग करनी है, यू नीड फोकस, यू नीड कि वो वेरीफाइबल हो, किस तरीके से आप उनको मैट्रिक्स को वेरीफाई कर सकते हो। बेंचमार्किंग, लाइक आई सेड, यू नो देयर शुड बी अ बार, देयर शुड बी अ बेंचमार्क दैट यू आर सेटिंग, टारगेट होना चाहिए, मेजरेबल। These are few things that needs to be there, वो कोई भी आपका गोल जो है उसको कन्वर्ट कर देगा। अगर हम बुक रीडिंग कर रहे हैं कोई एक, सो एक बुक रीडिंग को भी आप स्मार्ट गोल्स में कैसे कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, कैसे कर सकते हैं, यूजिंग दिस स्लाइड। सपोज यू हैव टू स्टार्ट रीडिंग अ बुक, हाउ विल यू इंश्योर रीडिंग अ बुक बिकम्स अ स्मार्ट गोल। ट्राई करके देखो। पहला क्या आएगा उसमें, नेम ऑफ द बुक दैट यू वांट टू रीड। सेकंड क्या आएगा, कितने दिनों में आप उसको पूरा करने वाले हो। अब उसके साथ साथ आपने उसके की रिजल्ट क्या बना दी कि रोज आप कितने पेज पढ़ोगे। सपोज 250 पेजेस की बुक है, सो एटलीस्ट 3 पेजेस एवरी डे टू स्टार्ट विद। तो 3 पेजेस से धीरे धीरे फिर वो इंक्रीज होता जाएगा। सो 3 पेजेस अ डे और मे बी हाफ एन आवर इन अ डे आई विल स्पेंड रीडिंग दिस बुक, ताकि आपका एंड रिजल्ट है कि 1 महीने में खत्म करने हैं 250 पेज, तो वो पूरे हो जाए। धीरे धीरे स्पीड बढ़ जाती है, शुरू में आप 3 करते हो, जैसे इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हो जाता है, सो देन यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग 5 पेजेस, 10 पेजेस, इंक्रीज होता है। सो विद इन अ मंथ यू विल बी एबल टू अचीव दैट। So you are giving planning by giving the name, वेरीफाइबल मतलब आप कितने काम करोगे एक दिन के अंदर उसको वो दे रहे हो। फोकस ऑब्वियसली 30 मिनट्स यू आर फोकसिंग ओनली ऑन दैट, तभी अचीव होगा। बेंचमार्किंग ये है कि हमने अपने लिए बना दिया है कि हमारा को 250 पेज की किताब हम 1 महीने में खत्म कर सकेंगे। एंड देन टारगेट क्या क्या करना है, so that makes every goal your measurable। अब सिमिलर गोल है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर हो, रिक्रूटमेंट में हो, यू हैव टू हायर पीपल इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू डू दैट, how will you ensure that your goals are measurable। सोचो quickly, write it down, 3 lines or think about it। बस for simplify कर देती हूँ मैं. I give you goals. Suppose you work in my organization. I give you 2 positions to work on. So you have to finish these 2 positions in 15 days. उसका key results के लिए क्या लिखोगे? What are the things that you will do for this subject? इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, इतना नहीं सोचना है, बहुत सिंपल है. क्या क्या चीजें करोगे 2 पोजीशंस को है?
Firstly, like we have got 15 days, so maybe we can have this in our brain that within 7 to 8 days we have to work on first position, then the remaining time on the second position. So the very first position again we can start hiring, posting the job hirings on LinkedIn. So we'll start like 1 to 2 once we receive CVs, we'll start again screening and then calling to people who are worth calling, like whom we find uh, uh, they are matching to our uh, requirements, and then
That you are saying this is the process that you're talking about, right? Process is fine. But उस process को crisp कैसे करोगे? अब you have a target that 15 days में 2 positions हैं. So now maybe once you are saying is मैं दोनों को divide कर दूँगी 7 days each for both the positions, correct? अब 7 days अगर आपने एक position को ले लिया तो first day what are you going to do? That's your goal of 1 day. That today I created a job description or maybe job analysis, right? Second day I'm posting it. Third day I started receiving this many CVs. Fourth day I'm doing screening of these. Fifth day is interviews. Sixth day is sharing with the senior who takes the interview. Seventh day that you have a result in it. So this is how you plan your day or you plan your activities in a manner that every day some productivity is showing. See, because when you're in an organization, आप वहाँ बैठकर सिर्फ ये नहीं कर सकते हो ना. You cannot just plan and say things. कि हम ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं. Every day, at the end of the day, you have to show your productivity to somebody, to your managers. चलो मान लेते हैं कि managers भी नहीं देख रहे हैं हर रोज, but to give satisfaction to yourself कि मैंने 8 घंटे में ऑफिस में बैठ के क्या किया. So वो 8 घंटे किस तरीके से यूटिलाइज किए मैंने कंपनी के अंदर, दैट इज माय ओन सैटिस्फैक्शन, माय ओन कंट्रीब्यूशन टुवर्ड्स द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड फॉर माय ओन ग्रोथ. अगर मैं 8 घंटे का काम 2 घंटे में कर लेते हैं, मान लिया यू आर सो एफिशिएंट, यू आर सो गुड, 2 घंटे में हो गया काम, और हो जाता है, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है. तो बाकी के 6 घंटे आप क्या कर रहे हो? यू आर प्लेइंग गेम्स, सोशल मीडिया पे फोन में टाइम बिता रहे हो, or you are doing something more which is adding to your growth and development. So that is how the productivity comes out every day. That is how key result areas ensure that every day you're spending time in the office when the company is paying you for those services, you're putting everything back into the organization, all your efficiency. वो एफिशिएंसी तो आ गई, प्रोडक्टिविटी भी आ गई, और उसके बाद क्या शुरू हो जाता है? हमारा अपना पर्सनल गोल्स है. क्या मैंने अपना काम तो कर लिया 2-3 घंटे के अंदर, लेट मी लर्न समथिंग न्यू. हायरिंग मुझे आ गया अच्छे से, लेट मी गो टू HR एंड आई विल स्टार्ट लर्निंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स, मे बी मोर प्लानिंग, performance appraisals, training and development. I start learning about these things. That's when my personal growth will start happening fast. वही जो नए इनिशिएटिव्स आप लोगे, वही आपका जो है कंपनी के अंदर आपकी परफॉर्मेंस ग्रोथ को. सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में क्या होता है, 100% लोग हैं, 100% में से 5% ये जो हाई पोटेंशियल निकलते हैं, जिनको हम हाइपो कहते हैं, HIPO, राइट? हाई पोटेंशियल फुल शॉर्ट फॉर्म. हाई पोटेंशियल ओनली 5% क्यों निकल कर आते हैं? बिकॉज ये 5% लोग वही जॉब जो बाकी लोग कर रहे हैं दूसरे तरीके से करते हैं, इन अ डिफरेंट मैनर, and they are progressing themselves and the organizations both. इसीलिए they are called high potential. इन्हीं हाई पोटेंशियल्स में से बाद में जाकर कोई ना कोई सीईओ बनता है या सीएमओ बनता है या हायर लेवल लेते हैं, राइट? इमेजिन अब एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में 12,000 लोग 15,000 लोग काम कर रहे हैं, बट सीईओ कितने बनते हैं ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम? एक या दो। सीएमओ बना दिया, सीएचआरओ बना दिया, सीएक्सओ बना दिया, कोई भी एक्स लगा दिया, फिर 5 6 15, दैट्स ऑल। बाकी 12,000 की जनता क्या कर रही है? दे आर डूइंग एवरेज वर्क कि मेरा आज का काम कंप्लीट, नाश्ता उठाया, मैं घर जा, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट दे डू. So anything extra that you put in, extra efforts, extra initiatives, जिसको हम लास्ट माइल वाला काम कहते हैं, that makes you different from others. और यही लोग बाद में जाकर entrepreneurs बनते हैं, अपनी कंपनी खोलने का जुनून भी नहीं करते. That is the kind of thing that they get. कि कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा करना है, because that satisfaction is not coming from the daily job. So they think of doing something different. That's when they become successful.
So does that mean कि a normal employee who is not an HR or marketing manager or not a finance manager, who is working under these designations, like he is not at this designation, rather he is working as a normal employee, can he also like aspire to become an entrepreneur or has some probability to become the entrepreneur?
Everybody has the ability. Everybody has capability. अब हम अपनी कैपेबिलिटी को किस तरीके से यूज कर रहे हैं? सी अब सम पीपल आर लाइक दैट कि प्लानिंग में बहुत अच्छे हैं, कि अपना सब प्लान कर लिया कि मुझे ये सब करना है, so they don't know technology, so they don't know how to build that thing, right? Business. जनरली हम एंटरप्रेन्योर्स उनको कहते हैं जो आईटी रिलेटेड बिजनेस होते हैं, मतलब जहाँ कहीं ना कहीं आईटी का अकाउंट यूज हो रहा है, बाकियों को हम बिजनेस कहना शुरू कर देते हैं. दैट्स अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू. अब आपको एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है या अपना खुद का बिजनेस चलाना है, तो प्लानिंग के बाद भी आना चाहिए कुछ. यू नीड टू नो कि प्रोसेसेस कैसे लिखने हैं, कैसे करने हैं. प्रोसेसेस लिखने के बाद हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू हायर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पीपल, सो वो इंटरव्यू स्किल्स भी आने चाहिए, तभी यू विल बी एबल टू हायर द राइट पीपल. So you need to know, you need to be a jack of all trade to become an entrepreneur, to start your own business. और जील सबके अंदर हो सकता है, पोटेंशियल सबके अंदर हो सकता है, पर अपने पोटेंशियल को कहते हैं ना, होन कितने लोग कर पाते हैं? होनिंग योर स्किल्स, कितना आप अपने स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव कर रहे हो ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. दैट्स व्हाई से so there was a girl, I hired her as one of my assistant when I was director HR. So I just hired her purely because उसकी Excel बहुत अच्छी थी, much better than mine. So I wanted to use her for her Excel things. हम नई नई रिपोर्ट्स बना सकेंगे. उस टाइम पे इतना ये सब सॉफ्टवेयर वगैरह नहीं होते थे. So she was hired basically. So what she used to do was कि अपना काम वो 3-4 घंटे में खत्म कर देती थी. 8 hours का 9 hours का काम she used to finish everything in 4 hours. And rest 3-4 hours she used to spend time in other HR departments. Employee relation में क्या हो रहा है, recruitment में क्या हो रहा है, all that क्या हो रहा है. After 1 year, when she left that organization, right, she left because she was getting married. But immediately after marriage, she got a job as an HR manager. Right? Within 3 years, she became HR head of that company. This company को उसने join किया था. So that was the growth. Because she had that learning every day. She used to come and ask me कि मैम ये मुझे बता दो ये कैसे होगा, ये वाला performance method में आप क्या करोगे, क्या क्या चीजें डालोगे. So I used to do a lot of her research, come back and ask questions, and then she used to see how it is being implemented in other HR areas. Right? So that's how the learning skills are. I always give her example because she shown as, she came across as really, really somebody who wanted to progress in her life. And today she's running her own business. She started an app for fitness for mothers. Pregnancy के बाद जिन mothers को वापस अपने उस पे आना है figure पे, so she has started that. So Zumba classes, dance classes, and gym in an online way. So wonderful work is done. And so that's the journey that we can have. So we all can have that. And when she was hired in the organization, my manager, who was the vice president, he was not happy. He said, "मुझे बहुत local सी लग रही है, she's not really very capable of, because her communication was not very strong. She would hardly used to speak." But एक साल के अंदर जो उसने अपना paradigm shift दिखाया हम लोगों को, it was really, really a wonderful story to talk about. So that's how every employee can do. And these are the employees who become potential high potential employees for your organization. एंड ऐसा कहा जाता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आपका जो मैक्सिमम बिजनेस ड्राइव करते हैं वो यही 20-25% लोग करते हैं जो इस लेवल पे होते हैं. रेस्ट एवरीबडी इज एवरेज. दे आर डूइंग देयर वर्क, रोज का काम अच्छे से कर रहे हैं, but they are not putting anything extra. So that's how you do it. So tomorrow we will do this exercise. That's why I changed the PPT. So this is what we did with the last batch. We do it with every batch. So ये जैसे आकृति थी उसके ये goal था, how she designed that goal. So this is the activity that you have to do. Namika का था to gain financial independence. These are the activities she said she will do. सृष्टिका का to clear net exam by June. So क्या क्या करेगी वो net exam को clear करने के लिए. अधिरिचा का ये था क्या क्या वो करेगी. रुचिका अनफॉर्चुनेटली इसके अंदर आ नहीं पाया था. राइट. सो दिस इज हाउ वी डू विद एवरी बैच दैट यू हैव टू राइट वन गोल ऑफ योर्स एनीथिंग. जैसे अभी आप लोगों ने आज शेयर किए भी हैं वो, बट उनको आप क्या क्या करोगे सो दैट यू अचीव दैट गोल. दिस एक्सरसाइज यू हैव टू कंप्लीट टुमारो एंड ब्रिंग इट विद यू. देन आई विल राइट इट दिस पीपीटी, देन आई विल शेयर दिस पीपीटी विद ऑल ऑफ यू. Right? And tomorrow is presentations also. Any problems in understanding that case study? Simple है, right? Difficult नहीं है. All right. So see you tomorrow and don't be absent. Right? Give your presentations. Preferably. Yeah, sorry.
I thought you had forgot.
I have not forgotten. Sunday के लिए ना presentation. Saturdays तो सिर्फ पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं. So tomorrow half an hour we will do presentations and then we will talk about these goals. Half an hour and then 1 hour I want to introduce you to learning and development. Because learning and development थोड़ा सा vast topic है. I want to give it time. Slowly चलेंगे उसके साथ. Lot of activities because उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. कैसे डिजाइन करना है ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, ट्रेनिंग कैलेंडर्स कैसे डिजाइन करने हैं, कैसे आप लोगों की कॉम्पिटेंसीज को जो इससे निकलेंगी स्मार्ट गोल से उसको स्टडी करोगे, उसके बेसिस पे कैसे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स डिजाइन करोगे. एंड देन लास्ट इज कंडक्टिंग ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स. So because training and development is again one area, if your communication skill is good, you feel that you're confident. In the English doesn't matter. You are confident in whatever you comes to your mind and you can speak that. So training and development is another area where you can shine. आने वाले टाइम में HR में ये वाला पोर्शन बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ने वाला है. People would need many good professionals. So hiring or recruitment के अलावा this is one area where you can actually do a lot of good things. ठीक है? Alright, so see you tomorrow. Do well in your case study. Try and do 5 minutes. If it is over increasing, 7-8 minutes में कोशिश करना close कर दो अपनी presentation. Alright.
Thank you, ma'am.